They told me this cat would never trust a human again, not after what he'd been through. When I brought Milo home, he didn't meow, he didn't cry, he just disappeared. A tiny tuxedo cat, black and white, folded into the darkest corner of my closet. For 3 weeks, I barely saw his face. No hands could reach him, no voice could calm him, and I started to wonder if I'd made a terrible mistake. But what happened next, what one other cat did, changed everything. Because here's the truth, I didn't save Milo. I couldn't. I tried food, I tried patience, I tried sitting on the floor for hours, whispering to a shadow that never answered. Nothing worked. Then one quiet morning, someone else walked into that room. Not a vet, not a trainer, not me. A cat. Her name was Willow, and she was about to do something I still can't explain. Let me start from the beginning. Milo was found behind a grocery store, curled between 2 dumpsters in the freezing rain. It was the middle of winter, and the temperature had already dropped below freezing. He was maybe 4 months old, soaked, starving, and shaking so hard the rescuer first thought he was having a seizure. Nobody knew his story, but his little body told part of it. A healed scar over one eye, a notch torn from his ear, and a flinch, that terrible flinch every single time a human hand came near. Someone had hurt this little cat, and he had learned one lesson deep in his bones. People are dangerous. The shelter tried for weeks. He hissed, he cowered, he pressed himself flat against the back of the cage. 3 families came to meet him. 3 families left without him. The first one wanted a lap cat. The second had children. The third took one look at that flinch and said, maybe not this one. Each time, Milo went right back to his corner, a little more certain that no one would ever stay. He's not a bad cat, the shelter worker told me. He's just broken. He needs someone with time. I had time, and something about those frightened little eyes wouldn't let me walk away, so I took him home. I set up a safe room, soft blankets, a warm bed, food tucked into every corner. I did everything the books told me to do, and still, Milo vanished into the dark and refused to come out. Days passed, then a full week. I'd leave the room and hear him finally eat. I'd walk back in and watch him freeze. One night I woke up to a crash. I ran in and found Milo pressed against the wall, eyes wild, a lamp knocked over beside him. He wasn't being bad, he was terrified of his own shadow. I sat on the cold floor in the dark and just stayed with him. I didn't reach out, I didn't turn on the light, I only whispered the same 3 words, over and over. You're safe now. But he didn't believe me, not yet. Every single night after that, I sat by the closet door and talked about nothing, about everything, hoping some small part of him could finally hear me. But trust doesn't come on a schedule, and I was running out of ideas. That's when I thought about Willow. Willow was my other cat, a big, fluffy tabby with a white chest and the calmest eyes you've ever seen. She had a gift. Every foster cat I had ever brought home, she had helped. She never rushed them, she never crowded them, she just waited, like she understood something the rest of us couldn't. So one morning, I opened the door and let her walk in. I held my breath. Willow didn't go to the closet. She didn't stare, she didn't chase. She walked straight to the window, hopped onto the sill, and sat down in the morning sun. And then she did the strangest thing. She started to purr. Loud, steady, warm, filling that whole silent room with a sound like a heartbeat. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, from the dark of the closet, I saw 2 eyes appear, watching her. Wait, if you're still not subscribed, that honestly breaks my heart a little. These stories only reach people because of you. Just tap that button. It means everything. Now, back to that window. For 3 days, this became their ritual. Willow would climb onto the sill and purr into the morning light, and Milo would inch a little closer, drawn to that sound. First, just his eyes, then his whole face, then one careful paw outside the closet door. Each morning, he came a little further, and each morning, Willow acted like she hadn't noticed at all. She never turned to look, she never broke her rhythm, she simply left the space open and let him decide. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just sat in the doorway and watched a miracle happen in slow motion. On the 4th morning, it finally happened. Willow was in her spot, bathed in sunlight, purring like always, and Milo walked out, slowly, trembling, but he walked. He crossed the entire room, he climbed onto that windowsill, and he sat down, right beside her. 2 cats, 1 window, 1 beam of morning light. Willow didn't even look at him. She just kept purring like she had been expecting him all along. And Milo, this cat who trusted no one, leaned his small body against hers. I cried, I'm not ashamed to say it, because in that moment I understood something. Milo didn't need to be fixed, he needed to be shown that the world could be gentle again. And Willow spoke a language I never could. From that day on, everything changed. Milo followed Willow everywhere. Where she ate, he ate. Where she slept, he slept. And every single morning they returned to that window, together. Slowly, that trust began to spill over onto me. One evening, as I sat quietly on the floor, Milo walked past Willow and stopped at my hand. He sniffed it, and then for the very first time, he pushed his little head against my palm. I froze. I didn't want to break the spell. The cat who flinched at every human touch was choosing to be touched. A week later, I heard it for the first time, a tiny, rusty, uncertain purr coming from Milo, like an engine that had forgotten how to start. He was learning a whole new language, the language of feeling safe. If that gave you chills, you're not alone. Some moments are just too big for words, and this was one of them. Milo is a completely different cat now. He sleeps on my chest, he greets me at the door, he plays, he rolls, he shows me his belly like it's the most natural thing in the world. And every single morning he runs to that window and waits for his best friend to join him. And Willow, she still sits beside him, purring like it was always meant to be. I fostered Milo to save him, but I think Willow was the one who truly did. She saw a frightened little soul that everyone else had given up on, and instead of pushing, she simply refused to leave his side. Because sometimes love isn't loud, it doesn't beg, it doesn't force. Sometimes love just sits beside you, quietly, patiently, until you finally believe you are safe. Milo was called broken, unwanted, impossible, but all he ever needed was one friend who wouldn't give up on him. If you're ever thinking about adopting, please remember the ones like Milo, the scared ones, the overlooked ones, the ones who hide in the back of the cage. They aren't broken, they're just waiting for someone patient enough to prove the world can be kind again. And sometimes that someone has 4 paws and a quiet purr. So tell me, do you truly believe cats can heal each other in ways we humans never could? Or was this just pure, simple luck? Let me know your answer down in the comments.